Bucket of sick for you, yes. Here's a sniper shot as well. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna sword lunge your face. La da 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 da. Bye. Hey you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So Reaper's hideout really is a treasure trove of knowledge, potential leaks and spoilers for upcoming builds of the game. And I think it's safe to say it's going to be my holiday destination for a few videos. But I thought I'd focus on this distinct fella first and cover some of the theories throughout the community behind who he might be. So the Servant of Flame came out of nowhere, with no emergence and no backstory, much like the masked stranger who was later found out to be Wanda from Golden Sands, who was turned into a skeleton during the Curse Sales campaign, and was thought to be dead. There are a large amount of theories hovering around the community at the moment at who it could be. So let's start off with the least probable and move on to some of the more interesting ideas first. Number 1, it's Flameheart Sr. Although I can understand this theory, mainly because the game has been hinting that Flameheart Sr. is to be resurrected into his former glory, I don't think if he was to ever come back, he would be a mere faction representative and cash collector for the most feared faction the seas have ever seen. I also doubt he'd name himself Servant of Flame, so I think it's safe to say this is not King Flameheart. Number 2, it's Stitcher Jim. This was one of my first thoughts when first setting eyes on the Servant of Flame. I mean, it certainly makes sense. Flameheart tricked Stitcher Jim, and the last we saw of him was running into a tomb after clearly being cursed. Flameheart told him that he would arise with the power of an Ashen Lord, so for a while this made sense. That said though, Stitcher Jim is a scrawny little man and completely untrustworthy. I very much doubt he'd be appointed the Lord of Coin for the Reapers. Number 3, it's Flameheart Jr. This is one of the more popular theories within the community about this figure. It's already been revealed that this figure is a skeleton underneath his mask. When reaching level 60 with the Reaper's bones, the figurehead reveals the face of the Servant of Flame. And alongside his face reveal, he also holds a chalice, which is a pretty big hint into the creation of Flameheart Jr. Flameheart Jr. was also an expert swordsman, and this figure sure does love his big bony sword. That said though, why would Flameheart Sr. make his son a servant to his cause? Surely he'd be a prince, or more likely an outcast. Flameheart Jr.'s morals differ greatly from his father's, so it's doubtful he'd be Flameheart Sr.'s right-hand man. He'd more likely be an outcast or even an enemy, which leads us onto our next theory. Number 4, the Body Snatcher. Wanda is nowhere to be seen, and was replaced by this figure in this update. A theory that is being passed around is that this is in fact the body of Flameheart Jr., but kept in check by the possession of Wanda's spirit. The only evidence to back this up is the fact that the Servant of Flame has 2 voices overlapping one another, a male talking and a female whispering. Listen closely to its voice.
Answer our call. Reject the code. A great flame burns within you. Drink deep of the pirate's life. Rejoice, for there is no greater glory than a pirate's life.
I really love this theory, but I think it's a little too dark for the developers. Plus, I'm not sure how Wanda would feel about having her soul torn from her body and imbued onto another vessel. That said though, it's not the first time a soul has been grafted onto something. Number 5, Frankenstein's monster. In my last video, I showed you guys the very first time a Reaper's chest had been opened, which revealed a skeleton and clothes that matched the Servant of Flame. It's my theory that the Servant of Flame is nothing more than a creation of the masked strangers. Her Frankenstein's monster of sorts. You see, Flameheart Sr. was betrayed, so it would make sense that he would make an army that he could ensure was loyal to him, and together with the knowledge drawn from Greymarrow and Pendragon, and the Masked Stranger's skills in harnessing curses, I believe that Wanda, aka the Masked Stranger, has been building Flameheart an army. The Cursed Reaper's pets were her prototypes, and now she has moved on to larger pursuits. The Servant of Flame. It would make sense. We've literally been shipping skeleton remains to her for months now. Everything she needs to create an army for her sugar daddy. Number 6. An ancient threat. On the west side of Reaper's hideout lies a grave that until this update had glowing flowers surrounding it that were in the shape of the star constellation for the warrior. The description for this constellation was, "The Great Warrior, thirsts for war, still lives on." Since this update, these flowers have withered and disappeared, along with the entire island also dying with it. What was once a lush isle covered in plant life is now a swamp of death. Could it be possible that this figure is in fact an ancient, brought back to life by the Reapers, and in the process the island itself has been tainted with whatever evil this figure brings forth? Some great theories from the community about who the Servant of Flame could be. Which one do you believe makes the most sense? And do you have a theory of your own? Feel free to leave it down in the comments below. That's it for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, then please hit that like button. And if you really like the video, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell so you're always notified when I upload. And if you're looking for ways to support me, please head over to my Patreon page where I offer tiers that give you perks for your support. Link is in the pinned comments below. Until next time, take care of yourself and happy sailing. Bye bye.